Welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm Alicia Beverman.
I'm Joe Davis, the Gadget Guy. And you know, last time you guys saw me, I was talking about using your RV in the winter time. But you know, I know there's some of you who are going to wimp out on me and just want to get it put away for the winter.
The first thing about winterization is covering your RV. That is a no-brainer.
You know, and it makes good sense to do it all the time, not just in the winter time, because if you've seen me talk about how damaged your roof can get, well, you need to protect it. And this is Tyvek up there, so it protects it from the wind, the rain, the sun, and even snow.
Now the cover is one of the first steps to winterization, but there are a lot of other things that we need to go over, so let's go talk about them, Joe.
All right, let's go.
Whew, it's so nice to get out of that wind.
No doubt. I guess, you know what, winter's here, maybe we do need to winterize this puppy. And you know, the most important thing to do with that, and a lot of people don't realize it, is getting the water out of your system. Really important to go and find all those faucets, turn them all on, blow some air through the system and get as much of the water out as you can. And then we move on to step number 2. We're going to actually pour some fluid in it to protect that system so none of those lines get a break in them, because trust me, you don't want to try to find it in one of these.
And how you're going to get all the water out of the hose so it doesn't burst them, you're going to use this RV blowout plug. So you screw this into the city water intake fitting. You apply air pressure using a compressor or a hand pump kit.
You know, and when you're done with that, you're not done, because you know the water can drain back to the low points and can still burst a pipe. So the best thing to do at that point is to put some of this glycol in, otherwise known as antifreeze. And you know, you're probably thinking, I don't want to put antifreeze in the water lines I'm going to be drinking out of later on in you know, spring. Yeah. Well, you know, this stuff is actually you can drink it. It won't hurt you. There's always another concern, and that's the expense of doing all this. People think it can be really expensive, and you know something? If you filled up your water tank full of antifreeze, it's going to cost you some money. Yeah,
that's right, Joe. We don't want it to be too expensive. So, how do we avoid that extra cost of using too much antifreeze? You use a water bypass kit, which literally all you do is turn this on and it bypasses your water heater, so you don't fill that up with all your antifreeze. You're able just to clean out your pipes and you're good.
So how do you get the antifreeze into your trailer or your rig? Remember that pump you had a few minutes ago?
Oh yeah.
That's one way to do it. You could use a compressor and pump the fluid through, or you can use one of these handy dandy pumps. You need to find the sink that's furthest away from where you put this on and open that sink. And when you see pink fluid come through that sink, shut it off. And then move your way back towards this device, opening each sink individually until you see the fluid come through the faucet. Once you're done with that, you've got fluid in all the faucets and all the lines. The most important thing is getting it done, and probably got to get it done soon because it's getting colder. And if you don't want to do it yourself, we've proved that you can. You could always bring it down to State Trailer RV and Outdoor Supply, and they'll do it for you.
And like I always say, they'll go over all the specific details and tools that you need if you are feeling intimidated or a little uncomfortable about the process. I'm Alicia Beverman.
And I'm Joe Davis, the Gadget Guy. We'll see you next time.